Welcome to Everyday Dharma Talks, where silence becomes insight. There was a time not too long ago when I felt nothing. It wasn't a sad nothing or an angry nothing. It was just an absence, a hollow space where feelings used to be. I would wake up in the mornings, and the sunlight filtering through the blinds would just be. Light it carried no warmths, no promise of a new day. Coffee had a taste, but it sparked no joy. Music was merely a sequence of sounds, failing to stir anything within me. I remember standing in my small garden, looking at a single perfect rose that had just bloomed. I knew intellectually that it was beautiful. I could see the deep crimson of its petals and the delicate way the dew clung to its edges. I could even register the faint, sweet scent it offered to the air, but I felt none of it. It was like looking at a photograph of a masterpiece. I could appreciate the composition, the skill, the subject, but the emotional impact. The very soul of it was missing. This went on for weeks. I moved through my days like an automaton, performing tasks, saying the right words, even smiling at the appropriate times. But inside there was only a profound stillness. A great silent landscape with no wind, no birdsong, no movement. It wasn't painful, which was perhaps the most unsettling part. Pain, at least, is a sign of life, a signal that something is wrong. This was just blankness. I tried to fill it. I sought out loud noises, bright lights, intense flavors, dramatic movies. I thought that if I could just bombard my senses, something would have to break through. But it was like shouting into a vast canyon and receiving no echo. The silence simply swallowed it all. I sat by my window and watched the rain fall. I didn't try to feel anything about it. I just watched. The steady rhythmic drumming on the roof. The way each drop created a brief, expanding circle on the puddles below. I watched for an hour, maybe more. My mind, for the first time in a long while, wasn't desperately searching for a feeling. It was just there, present with the rain. And then a subtle shift occurred. It wasn't a burst of happiness or a wave of sadness. It was something far quieter. It was a simple, profound recognition of the moment as it was. The rain was just rain. The silence inside me was just silence. And in that acceptance, in that stopping of all struggle, I felt a flicker. Not of an emotion, but of presence. I was there. I was aware of the stillness both outside and inside. And for the first time, it didn't feel like an absence. It felt like a space. A quiet, open, potential-filled space. The lesson from that time is this: the frantic search for feeling is what keeps us from truly experiencing our lives. The most meaningful moments are not found in the noise, but in the quiet acceptance of the stillness that lies beneath it all. The great stillness is not an enemy to be defeated, but a quiet friend waiting to be acknowledged. We often think of satisfaction as a peak experience, a firework lighting up the night sky, brilliant, exciting, and gone in an instant. We chase these fireworks, the promotion, the new relationship, the perfect vacation, the praise from others. We live for the explosion of light and sound. But when the sky goes dark again, we are left wanting more. We become addicted to the chase, believing that the next firework will be bigger, brighter, and that its light will finally last. The space between these moments of intensity can start to feel like that great stillness I described. An emptiness, a void, a failure. We see it as a problem to be solved, a nothingness to be filled. True and sustainable satisfaction, however, is not a firework. It is the sun. The sun doesn't burst into the sky. It rises steadily and reliably. Its warmth is gentle and constant. It illuminates everything without demanding our attention, providing the light and energy for all life to grow. It asks for nothing in return. The profound, quiet joy of presence is like the sun. It is not about feeling a constant high. It is about resting in the steady warmth of awareness. It's the ability to be with the world exactly as it is without needing it to be different. It's finding satisfaction in the silent spaces between the fireworks. When we stop demanding that every moment be a spectacle, we can begin to feel the gentle, life-sustaining warmth of just being. This is not a fleeting pleasure. It is a deep quiet and unwavering contentment that comes from within. It doesn't depend on external events. It depends only on our willingness to be still and feel its presence. I invite you to do something that might feel unnatural at first. When you next feel that sense of nothingness, that great stillness within, do not run from it. Do not immediately reach for your phones, or the television, or a task to distract you. Instead, just for a few moments, be with it. Gently turn your attention inward. You don't need to analyze it or judge it. You certainly don't need to fix it. Just acknowledge its presence. You might say to yourself, silently, "Ah, here is the stillness." Let it be. Give it space. Notice the quality of it. Is it heavy or light? Is it vast or small? Is it cold or neutral? Observe it with a gentle curiosity, the way you might watch a cloud drift across the sky. You are not the clouds. You are the sky in which the cloud is appearing. You are not the stillness. You are the awareness in which the stillness is felt. The advice is simple yet profound: stop fighting. Stop trying to feel something. The effort to force a feeling is a form of violence against our own heart. By allowing the stillness to be there, you are offering yourself a moment of true peace. You are letting go of the struggle. And in that space of non-struggle, something new has a chance to arise. It may not be a dramatic emotion, but a subtle sense of peace, of acceptance, of simply being okay. Right here, right now. Meaning is not found in a grand destination. It is discovered in the fabric of our ordinary days. The great stillness, when we learn to befriend it, allows us to notice the small wonders we usually overlook. In our rush to find the next big feeling, think of the quiet moment before your first sip of tea or coffee in the mornings. There is a stillness there. Can you feel the warmth of the mug in your hands without any other thoughts? That is a moment of pure presence. Consider the sound of your own steady breathing as you lie in bed at night. In the silence of the room, that simple rhythm is a connection to life itself. It asks for nothing. It is just there. Look at the way dust motes dance in a sliver of sunlight. They move without purpose, simply floating in the light. In that aimless, beautiful dance, there is a profound lesson in being. When you wash your hands, feel the sensation of the water, its temperature, the texture of the soap. For just those 30 seconds, let that be your entire world. It is a small, quiet, and complete experience. These moments are the threads from which a meaningful life is woven. They are not fireworks. They are the quiet, steady light of the sun, warming us from the inside out. They teach us that we don't need to feel something all the time. We just need to be present for the quiet miracle of life unfolding moment by moment. Thank you for following the podcast. We will meet again in the next story. Be well.